friends, welcome to my channel. In this video I'll share with you how to create a beautiful and easy to make anemone flower. We'll start with the center of the flower. Anemone has a very recognizable black center that defines its unique look. First we need to create an open hook using pliers. Then, using black fondant or gum paste, form a ball about half of an inch in diameter. There are multiple ways to attach a fondant center to a hook. It's possible to use a little bit of water, edible glue, or you can simply heat up the hook as I did. I find this method to be the easiest. Using a wooden knife for clay art, I made a line. Do not make it in the middle of the fondant ball, because in nature it goes slightly off-center. After that, it's time to create a texture. Tiny little scissors work best for this purpose. Don't try to make cuts perfectly lined up. All the cuts should go in different directions, have different depths and thickness. Make these cuts all over the center, creating a nice fluffy black ball. To make stamens. You can definitely use pre-made ones, which you can find in a craft store. However, it's hard to find them during quarantine time. So I will show you a nice method how to make stamens with materials you probably already have. You'll need a thin wire, black string and scissors. First, cut a wire into 4 small pieces. Then wrap 2 fingers with the string around 20-35 times. And finally, wrap the wire around string loops to fix them properly. Cut the string loops. To better secure string parts, wrap floral tape around the wire. During the next step, I attached all 4 stamens around the center of the flower. Some people make one giant fluffy stamen in the middle instead of 4. However, I found using 4 stamens to be easier. When I tried using just one stamen, it was hard for me to make all the strings to spread out more or less evenly around the center. I feel I have better control with 4 little stamens instead of a big one. When all the stamens are attached, you'll need to give your flower a haircut. It's a really fun process. It's possible to leave the flower center as is, but to give it an extra depth, you can slightly dip the stamens into water and then into the mixture of dry gelatin and black petal dust. The gelatin will absorb the moisture and create this wonderful texture and depth. Finally, we are ready for the petals. My favorite way to cut them is to use an empty pan and trace a petal shape on a smooth side of wafer paper. You can clearly see the indentations on the paper. When I googled how many petals anemone had, I learned that anemone has around 65 species. The number of petals can be 5, 6, 9 or more. I tried to use 10, 9 and 8 petals of different sizes and slightly different shapes, and all of them work wonderfully when this signature black center is used. After cutting out all the petals, cut little pieces of wafer paper in order to attach a wire. To make a liquid for coloring the petals, mix a few drops of glycerin, a little bit of water and food coloring. If you'd like to make a white anemone, mix only water and glycerin. For my flowers, I used red, pink and purple food coloring. I really like that there is no limit color-wise as well. You can make them white, pink, purple, red, magenta, blue. You can use a combination of colors as well. This flower will accommodate any cake design in terms of colors. To attach a wire, brush a petal slightly with water and sandwich it with a little piece of wafer paper. Let the petals dry. I slightly brushed the rough side of petals with coloring liquid and pressed it with penny silicone mold. Then I left them dry completely. After petals are dried, attach them to the floral center with floral tape, starting with smaller ones. depth, you can dust it with some petal dust as well. But I was pretty happy with my colorful flowers and decided to skip this step. That's it! Thank you friends for watching this video. I hope you found this tutorial useful and inspiring. If you liked it, please subscribe, leave me comments and thumbs up. I'll see you next time. Bye!